Hey guys, I'm back again with a brand new video for you all, and today we'll be talking about the best teams that we can use for the Open Ultra League, and all three leagues are going on this week: Great League, Ultra League, and Master League. So in previous video we talked about the best cores that we can use for the Open Ultra League. In this video we'll be discussing about the best teams that we can use for the Open Ultra League. Let me know in the comments which league are you guys playing and which you like the most. So without any further ado, let's start the video. So the first team we'll be talking about is going to be Tentacruel, Pangoro, and Registeel. Now, pretty balanced team. If you talk about core between Tentacruel and Pangoro, then Pangoro is going to be weak against those fairies. Tentacruel does very good against those fairies, being the poison type. Right, Tentacruel being weak against those ghost types, or like Giratina, Pangoro can do fine against those, right? And Registeel, the OG save swap, right? If you find Giratina in your lead against your Tentacruel, then you can save swap into your Registeel. Now, save swap doesn't mean it needs to win that matchup. It's just a save swap. Save swap's job is different. You guys know it, right? And yeah, this core is pretty much good. And yeah, it's kind of ABB against the fighters as well. For Tentacruel resisting those fighting moves, and we got Dark and Steel at the back. So this is a very balanced team. You guys can run it. It looks so good on paper, and it's good on the battlefield as well. I'm like kind of sure about it, right? So yeah, moving on to another team. It's going to be Malamar, Licky, and Talonflame, the team number 2. Now, the basic idea of this line is going to be Malamar weak against those fairies, being the dark. We got Talonflame for the coverage against those fairies, right? And Licky is going to be your safe swap. That's the basic idea of this line, right? And yeah, Talonflame being weak against those dragons like Giratinas, and being the dark type, Malamar can do good with those foul plays. And Licky being your safe swap, right? And Licky weak against those fighting, and Malamar being also the psychic, and Talonflame being the flying, covers those fighting for the Licky. So very balanced with each other, right? This team looks lovely in the paper, man. Wow, this will work in battlefield as well. But the thing is, some things like Zygarde will core break. Yeah, some things like Zygarde will core break. Like, the only good neutral moves would be Shadow Ball from Licky, non-stab, and Brave Bird, heavy hitting neutral move from Talonflame, and yeah, Superpower from Malamar. Those are the things that you can use against a Zygarde. You're gonna need a lot of teamwork. No real answer against Zygarde. That's what I meant to say. Well, it doesn't core break. The thing is, Incinerate and Rollout from Licky and Talonflame is gonna be resisted by Zygarde. So that's what I meant. Right, rollout does nothing and Incinerate does nothing, right? Like, nothing means not nothing, but it is like resisted. Hope you guys understand that, right? And pretty much good with every other team. Like, a lot of things are neutral against like things like Auroras and Cobalions. Well, Cobalion is pretty much handled by Talonflame. And Auroras, alright, can be a little tricky, but Licky is kind of neutral. And there we've got Superpower from Malamar, and it's good against this team is fine against those Steelix as well, those Pangoros as well. Talonflame is flying, yes, so it can do quite good, and other ghosts as well. And yeah, this team is pretty much balanced. Yeah, this looks good. Team 2 looks good, guys. So let's move on to another team. It's gonna be team number 3, the OG line, Giratina, A/, and Tentacruel. This team still works. This team is old, but is never old, right? And if you look at it, then the core of Alolan Sandslash and Giratina can now be broken by Pangoro. Not other fighters, but Pangoro or Scrafty. Because Giratina is Ghost, they are Dark. A/ is Ice and Steel, they are fighting, right? The only thing that's gonna do good is going to be Tentacruel, right? The poison resisting the fighting moves, right? That's how it's gonna go. It's gonna be ABA against those things. But for that, you can run Tentacruel in the lead, then it would be ABB. But if you run Giratina in the lead, then it's gonna be ABA for those Pangoros. That's how it's gonna go, right? And this is still ABB strong against fairies. Like you got Steel and Poison at the back, and you got Dragon up front. It's gonna be lead is weak and backline is strong against fairies. So if you like change the lead, it's gonna be ABA. If you don't change the lead, ABB. But even if it's ABA for some things, it's gonna be ABB for some things. So that's how team building works in Go Battle League, and it's kind of not easy, right? You gotta do a lot of teamwork, and here and there's a few here and there's to win every matchup, and we cannot win every matchups, right? Somewhere some guy will build team like Clefairy and Talonflame and then Registeel. Then what do you do, right? That's how team building works, guys. And this team number 3 is still good. You can work this. Moving on to another team, it's going to be team number 4: Nidoqueen, Machamp, and Grasslord. Again, the basic idea is going to be poison up front and 2 weak to fairy Pokemon at the back. That's fighting and Dark Dragon, right? And you got poison up front, ABB for fairies, right? But if you just look at it, it's again ABA weak to Registeel, not Registeel, what am I saying? Those like something like Zygarde, right? And Zygarde can beat Nidoqueen, and even Dragon Breath, Giratina, and Guzzlord is also pretty much neutral. And yeah, it's I hope you understand the basic idea. ABB for there's fairies, and fairies are rising. There are a lot of Clefables, right? And people will be using Weezing as well. So against Weezing, this team will be a little weak against Weezing, but no problem, we can handle that, right? And plus it's not a bulky one. And yeah, overall this team can be good. And like if you could RPS with this team, then it works pretty fine, like, right? Something like Talonflame at the back. If people got Talonflame at the back, if you can align your Guzzlord against that, and then you've got Machamp free, right? That's how this team works. That's a pretty fun team, and yeah, this is gonna be real good team for the Ultra League. I should try it, man. And plus, the beautiful thing is, backline doesn't need XL. Nidoqueen needs XL. That's the only problem with this team. And against the Feraligatr, if you see Feraligatr in the lead against your Nidoqueen, then safe swap into your Machamp. That's how it's gonna go. And then if they bring in Fairy, then that's great. You baited out Fairy because you got Guzzlord at the back. That's how this team is gonna work. And yeah, the other things can be handled pretty well. This is gonna be ABA weak against Giratina. Like Nidoqueen is weak against Giratina, but if you land Earth Power, it's gonna be fine, right? But you're gonna land multiple Earth Powers. Machamp is weak against Giratina as well. You need a little teamwork there. Yeah, overall this team is kind of good. It is good. And why am I scratching my face so many times, man? What happened? Oh hey, did I talk out of topic in the video? I'm sorry about that, guys. Haha. And another team is going to be team number 5, Virizion, Drifblim, and Ampharos. Now this is the team you can like modify yourselves. You can run either of these Pokemon in the lead. But I like running Virizion in the lead. Virizion is so good lead because a lot of the leads are going to be Feraligatr, Pangoro, right? Those guys. And the problem here is something like Drapion would core break between Virizion and Drifblim, but you can do teamworks, right? You can try to shield a Sludge Bomb through the Sacred Sword, right? And you can play it in ABA style or just safe swap into your Ampharos. You can do those things. Now talk about core between Virizion and Ampharos. Wow, Virizion is weak against those Talonflames. Ampharos does cool. Ampharos can also do good against that. What's that crocodile's name? Skeledirge, right? Damn, how can I forget that? Ampharos can do good against Skeledirge as well. It's good. With that Brutal Swing. Alright, well, Volt Switch is still neutral. Unlike a Talonflame, it's not super effective because Talonflame is flying as well, right? But it's still good. And yeah, so if you find Giratina in the lead against your Virizion, you can safe swap into your Ampharos. And yeah, that's how it's gonna go. And Drifblim can be weak against Registeel's Virizion can do very good. against those Registeels. And yeah, pretty much pretty cool. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting team. You guys can run it, and let me know if you guys run any of my teams. Right, like put in the video and how is it running in the comments, right? So let's move on to another team here. Team number 6 is going to be OG. Now this is absolutely not made by me or created by me or designed by me, or I don't know. This was famous and everybody else was using this in Open Ultra League, and I decided to keep this in this video. Dragonite, double crocodile, double alligator, right? Feraligatr and Skeledirge. Oh, sorry, Skeledirge and Feraligatr at the back, and Dragonite. Now, Dragonite is weak against those fairies, and Skeledirge is very good against those fairies. Right, and against something like a lone sand slash, yeah, Skeledirge destroys them, and Dragonite is weak against those. Right, it's a very good core, and Feraligatr can be used as the safe swap. Now, even if you find Registeel, you can safe swap into Feraligatr, invest shields. Right, you gotta invest shields in those scenarios, and Skeledirge can do good, and it can also tank one zap cannon from Registeel. That's pretty good, right? Skeledirge is really good. I'm surprised to not see this Pokemon in top 20. Right? And yep, this is pretty much, and everyone is running this team, so it's not that hard to understand the basic core idea of this team, right? So yeah, it's pretty simple. And you know the most beautiful thing about this team? You don't need any XL candies. You don't need any XL. Yeah, that's how good running this team is. And if you've got Shadow Feraligatr, then do run Shadow. If you've got Shadow Dragonite, please do run Shadow. Right? That's how this team is gonna go. Let's move on to another team. It's going to be Skeledirge again. Skeledirge, Giratina, and Tapu Fini. Now, this team, something to note is this team was recommended. This team was #1 team recommended by PvPoke in previous season. Yeah, I guess it was #1, and this will work still. And Tapu Fini will still work even though the Surf is debuffed in terms of energy cost. Tapu Fini still works. Trust me. Yeah. So that is why this team will also still work in this season 20 in this new meta. Now talk about the fairies against Giratina. Skeledirge in the lead can do good, right? And against the Lone Sand Slash, you got Fairy and Dragon at the back. It's ABB against those A slashes, and even Steels, Registeel, right? It's even ABB against those. And yeah, this team is quite good. Yeah, this works. And Feraligatr can core break between Skeledirge and Giratina, but you gotta do some teamwork there. You can also run Dragon Breath in your Giratina. It's optional, but run Shadow Claw, it's good. You can save swap into your Giratina if you find Feraligatr actually. Like, even though if it's running Shadow Claw, even though if it's super effective, it's not like it's clear win for Feraligatr, right? Or you can just invest shield and take their shield with Shadow Ball, threatening the Feraligatr with the shield. That's how you're gonna run. Or you can run Tapu Fini in the lead and double weak against Feraligatr at the back. That's how you're gonna go. But it is kind of risky because of the rise of Feraligatr, but you guys can run it. Alright, either ways. And I had run this. I had won few Feraligatr teams, but one of them was in the lead and somewhere at the back. So that's how this team goes, and that's how this team went for me. So let's move on to another team. It's going to be team number 8 is going to be Greninja and Double Fairy. Now I've talked about this team in previous videos as well. Now you guys might say, oh, it's super weak to Registeel. Yes, backline is, but imagine if you find it in the lead with your Greninja. Double shield, you can win. If you double shield your Greninja, Registeel should double shield in order to try to win that match. But Registeel needs to be a little slightly higher on energy to win in 2 shields against Greninja. And you can always bait out Registeel by safe swapping into either of your fairy type. Yeah, obviously a little weak. Obviously weak against Registeel. I don't say it's not weak. Now, talk about other steals like Alone Sandslash. If you find in the lead against your Greninja, it's great, right? And if you don't find it, you can just safe swap and bait out a steel type like Alone Sandslash or Registeel. And plus Hydro Cannon hits so hard from Greninja, right? You guys know it. Yeah, again, the fire types, both the Pokemon at the back are gonna be weak against those Talonflames and Skeledirge, and you got Greninja up front. Greninja is so good lead. It can also win for Alligator. It can win Skeledirge. It can win Giratina. It can win A-Slash. Again, Registeel in 2 shields, right? That's how good Greninja is in the lead, and in the lead, it beats a lot of Pokemons. Like, there are gonna be a few Clefable leads and Pangoro leads. Not those, but in those cases, you can you safe swap into one of their favorite type. And that's how this team is gonna roll. Keep rolling, 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 roll. Keep rolling. Oh, I'll get. I'm sorry if I get copyright. Oh, please don't copyright me, YouTube. Limp Bizkit song, one of my favorite Limp Bizkit, and it's gonna be team number 9, Registeel and Talonflame and Guzzlord. So, just on paper, ABB against those Tapu Finis, right? Yeah, Tapu Fini being Fairy beats Dragon, being Water beats Fire, and that's what our backline is, and we got Registeel up front. And ABA weak against fighters. That's how this team is. ABA weak against those fighters. Like, for example, if you find Pangoro, it's not like, it's gonna, like, it has to invest a shield for that Focus Blast, right? And, yeah, that's how it's gonna go. And you can also run Talonflame in the lead, no problem, but I like it this way. I like it this way. Not, I don't mean this way, but I like it this way. I meant this one, guys. Yeah, don't take me. Yeah. So, pretty much cool. If you find Giratina in the lead, then you just stay. Again, this team is ABA weak against Alone Sandslash, but you can stay. One Drill Run is not gonna take out Registeel, right? A lot of the guys, like you guys, like comment, oh, this is weak against that. This is weak against that. That's like, it's not how it works, right? Well, not totally, but Alone Sandslash needs to shield, right, for that Focus Blast. I hope you guys understand. And if you get one shield, that's gonna be good, right? And plus, your Drill Run is not gonna take you out. A lot of it, less than half health for Registeel is still a lot of health, right? Half health for Registeel is like full health for Dragonite. That's how tanky Registeel is, right? That's how you're gonna work with this team. That's how teams work. That's how playstyles work in Go Battle League. You guys know my gameplay, right? I run crazy ABA teams, right? Crazy ABA. I like sometimes, a lot of the times, I fully sack my lead, and that's how I play it. And it's proving to be good, and it's giving me good results, right? So that's how, like, it's not for everybody, but it's just my opinion. I hope you guys understand, right? So let's move on to our team number 10. Team number 10, and our final team that we're going to be talking about today is going to be Machamp, G-Weezing, and Guzzlord. Okay, a lot of Guzzlord teams, right? It's my favorite in both Great League and Ultra League this season. So that is why Guzzlord is always there, guys. Don't mind. And Machamp, yeah. Just backline is weak against those steals, right? So we get fighter up front. That's all. That's all, right? That's all. And if you find, you can also put Overheat in your G-Weezing, and I suggest you put the exact same moveset in your Guzzlord. Alright, it's gonna be good. And yeah, it's gonna be a little tough against those Talonflames or Skeledirges. It's gonna be ABA against those, but you can try grab a shield or just safe swap into your, if it's Skeledirge, you can safe swap into your G-Weezing. That's what you can do, because you also got Brutal Swing, right? Gonna be a little tough against those Talonflames. That's how this team is gonna go. Yeah, but this will work, guys. This will work. And you guys can check my other videos for Ultra League cores, Ultra League teams. There are other teams as well, right? And yeah, that is it, guys. I hope you like this video, and if you like our channel content, then please do subscribe to the channel if you have not yet, and please leave like, comment in this video if you like this content, and do join our Discord server. We can hang out there. And if you want your battle submissions, no, what am I saying? If you want your battle videos to be sarcastic in the channel, then please submit me your battle videos. The forum link is in the description. And yep, that is it, guys. Thank you so much, guys.